May Jesus and Mary be loved by all hearts. In my 14 talks on the apocalypse, I let you know what Our Lady has told us regarding the events that we are living through today. When we can understand that we've been chosen, not randomly born, into a biblical era, like the people who saw and heard Jesus preach in Israel around AD 30, or crossed the Red Sea with Moses around 1300 BC, we gain confidence that we'll have the grace to know how to cooperate with God's work in our time if we stay close in prayer to Jesus, Mary, and the Holy Spirit. In conference number 5 of that series, I'll put the link below, I relate what Mary tells us regarding the meaning of 666, and I give my personal experience with the number, how God taught me as a child not to be afraid. From time immemorial, Catholic art and saints and priests and poems have used the image of the Queen of Heaven sheltering us under her great flowing mantle. The battle with the serpent dragon has been the battle with Eve from the beginning. Satan did not tempt Adam directly, but used Eve to tempt Adam. Satan tempted Eve directly because females are naturally more attentive to the supernatural and the preternatural than males. Why is this? I think it's simply the way the brain is wired. Even in the womb, they can tell the sex of the child by measuring brain activity. The 2 lobes of the female brain pick up every scrap of data and talk about it inside their head. The female brain is virtually lit up, making connections and inferences at all sorts of conscious and unconscious levels. The male brain is much quieter. It only captures significant data. These brains are complementary. The male has the advantage of being able to concentrate deeply. Males generally score higher on IQ tests. They can analyze data more deeply than females. A plumber can concentrate on one pipe for an 8-hour day and not be distracted by other thoughts. Most women can't do this. She has millions of background thoughts flashing in her head. This is why she's naturally a better housekeeper and babysitter and secretary and nurse and cook and all those helper tasks that require juggling many things at once. And this is why women are more pious. In all religions, you can find more women at churches and shrines because they process in their heads a lot of data that convinces them of the reality of a world beyond this world. The male brain requires bigger data, like the Word made flesh standing in front of him. Men make great theologians, but they have to make an effort to apply themselves. The flip side is that more women become possessed by evil spirits than men. It was naturally easier for Satan to get Eve's attention first. I doubt if there was a talking snake in the garden. He just whispered suggestions into her mind, just like our guardian angels have the power to do. Eve capitulated and thus failed her vocation as queen of the universe. So Yahweh immediately made a promise that another woman, the woman of women, would crush his head. We see this in the last book of the Bible, chapter 11 and 12. The Ark of the Covenant in the sky is identified with the woman in the sky, and she's assaulted by the big serpent in the sky. So back to the woman in the sky, Catholic art likes to portray the people of the world, not just the church, sheltered under her mantle. Because as the new Eve, she's the mother protector of all the nations on the earth. She cares about all of us. Catholic art also likes to make her clothing blue. In biblical times, one of the 3 colors of the priestly apparel was blue, or probably more of a blue-violet. In English, we use the term royal blue because it was a difficult color to produce. Recently, there was a discovery that points to a source for the ancient weavers. Murex trunculus is a medium-sized species of a sea snail found on the north part of Israeli coastal plain near Tel Shikmona. The blue-colored flesh was used to make the dye. I read years ago, who knows where, that blue was one of the last colors for stained glass in the great cathedrals of the Middle Ages. I don't know how they developed it, but it was expensive and precious. Here is a quote I just pulled off the internet. In the Jewish faith, The color blue is very important in the making of a prayer shawl. Specific instructions were given as to how this was to be done. The blue threads are tied into the four corners on prayer shawls. This type of shawl was worn by Israelites and still today by Orthodox Jews." End quote. All this introduction is to show you that we should cover ourselves in blue because Mary is sending us a message from Hawaii that she can protect us from the 666. Infowars.com releases short, interesting videos and allows them to be downloaded for free. They are usually on controversial topics that might get flagged, and my channel could get shut down if I'm seen to be spreading bad information. So I'm going to incorporate this short video into this video, but I will speak the text instead of the narrator, but I won't speak certain words that might get this channel flagged. I'll put the original link in the description box below. So here we go. Recent fires in the USA and Australia are unlike anything we've seen before. They are being called forest fires and wildfires, but they are clearly something very different. These fires are burning homes into a white, powdery ash footprint, while often leaving the surrounding green trees and shrubs practically untouched. In extreme cases, forest fires can reach temperatures of up to 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit. The melting point of aluminum is 1,220 degrees Fahrenheit. So it is possible for an extreme forest fire to melt aluminum, but there are cars with puddles of melted aluminum that were clearly not in the wildfire area, and melted glass, which has a melting point of around 2,500 degrees Fahrenheit. These are unexplained anomalies. In the California fires of 2018, cars were randomly bursting into flame on the freeway with no surrounding fires. Back in 2001, we saw the same anomalies in New York City with the Twin Towers. Cars parked nearby completely burned out with no explanation. Lately, these extraordinary fires spared the homes of the rich while burning the native homes of the working class. For decades, a certain program has been classified, but now on public record for several years. Please see the original video for this part of the text. Here the video shows blue-colored objects that have somehow survived the devastation. We see blue cars, blue umbrellas, a blue boat, and some blue planters. Videos online are going viral that show how lasers can easily burn through certain colored objects, but objects that are colored blue remain unharmed. The special fires are made with light frequencies. Each color has its own frequency. Interestingly enough, the frequency of the color blue is 666. That video there. So there you go. Mary herself is the counterpoint and antidote and totally powerful over the 666. She has been urging us to get under her mantle by consecrating ourselves to her Immaculate Heart. She's not asking us to worship her. She wants our permission to shield us and protect us, and she wants permission to place you strategically in positions where she can use you in her war with 666. While editing this, I forgot to ask you to suggest items in the comments below that we can all make blue. In the southern central part of the United States, blue metal roofs are very popular for homes and outbuildings. Maybe you should ramp up your wardrobe with more blue clothing, carry a blue purse, a blue backpack, and pay to have at least the top of your vehicle painted blue. Archbishop Fulton J. Sheen concluded many of his presentations by reciting a poem of Mary Dixon Thayer. I'll read it here, but if you want to hear Sheen's voice, I'll put the link below. Lovely lady dressed in blue, teach me how to pray. God was just your little boy, tell me what to say. Did you lift him up sometimes gently on your knee? Did you sing to him the way mother does to me? Did you hold his hand at night? Did you ever try telling stories of the world Oh, and did he cry? Do you really think he cares if I tell him things, little things that happen? And do the angels' wings make a noise? And can he hear me if I speak low? Does he understand me now? Tell me, for you know. Lovely lady dressed in blue, teach me how to pray. God was just your little boy, and you know the way. Trust in Mary, my friends. Learn more about Mary's messages. That's what this YouTube channel is all about. I also have a website and send newsletters. See the description box below for contacts. God bless you. Spread this video.